Good morning, my name's Richard Lannen, rhymes with Cannon, and yes, that is how I am starting my day. I've already edited the vlog, I'm just going to eat that now, and then bit of work, need to run at some point today. I need to catch up on the runs. I have been slacking completely, it's been a week. It's long overdue. Then I need to go and pick up Molly because she stayed at Nanny and Grandad's last night and see what the day brings. Welcome to the vlog. So I'm not really feeling this. I'm forcing myself to go out. I don't feel like I've got a cold. I do feel a little bit cold. That makes sense. But I'm going to force myself to get out there. Taking gloves, it looks a bit cold. But hopefully it will help me productively, health-wise, definitely mentally. I've been, it's long overdue. I've just got back from the run. Annoyingly, my Strava was updating or wasn't right, so I had to use the Nike app, which isn't a bad app at all. I built up quite a bit of data on Strava, so a little bit annoying, but feel much better after the run. Just having a bit of a stretch now, and then I've got a few other little bits to do, and then I shall go and get Molly. Annoyingly, we only had 2 eggs left, so I had to up the milk slightly for my scrambled eggs, and it's not far off the colour. You know when you have it, just egg whites. First, I'm just going to eat this. As you've probably seen from the title today, I wanted to talk about losing weight, how I unintentionally lost weight, because running, you've just seen me go for a run there, and I like exercise, but it's not for weight loss. I don't do it for that. I do it more for just general health. But the story of my weight, put it this way, a few years ago I was a little bit bigger than I am now. I'll try and cut in a video now here, but I didn't feel big. I didn't know I put on weight. I was just probably a combination of stress, work. We had the wedding coming up. There was a lot of things going on, and my diet suffered greatly. I had no systems in place to cope with work, my diet, and no habits and daily habits, and no timekeeping ability effectively. So I've made a lot of changes over the last couple of years. My productive journey to try and find ways to make the most of your time, I came across intermittent fasting. Now, a few years ago I tried fasting because of the health benefits. It wasn't anything to do with weight. I tried the 5 and 2 diet, where you have 2 days of full fasting. You limit yourself to 300 calories. Now, I'm not really interested in diets and things like that. I was trying it from a health point of view to see if I benefited in any way. Forget that, couldn't do it. I get hangry, 100%. Everything was coming together at work, but what I was starting to do is snack in the evenings, and I go for things like sugar. It's the enemy, and I could binge on sugar to the point where I felt like I was waking up in the morning and I had a bit of a hangover. That's what it felt like. That was the level of sugar I was intaking in the evening. So I sort of did a bit of research, and from a productive point of view, intermittent fasting is a way of picking a set time. So for example, I set it so that after 8 o'clock at night, I do not eat anything else until 12 o'clock the next day. So that gives your body a good amount of time to digest all the food from your system and gives it a break from digesting food. The productive benefits are that in the morning, you wake up, you don't eat breakfast, which some people find that when they eat breakfast, it can sort of sit on them, and your body then uses energy to start digesting that food rather than using the energy towards your brain, and your mental capacity can be reduced. So that was a logic there. I still eat breakfast. I don't skip it altogether. I just simply move it to 12 o'clock. So then I will have breakfast. Then a few hours later you have another meal. And then a few hours after that you have your evening meal. All being well, everything is neatly packaged and eaten before 8 o'clock, and then I stop. That was the dedication part, because it meant that even if I felt a little bit hungry, 8 o'clock, it would just stop me craving the sugar and the sweets and the things that you shouldn't be eating after 8. I did not do it to lose weight. I did it for the health benefits, because they say your body's resting, it's got time to do other things, and it's supposed to help with your immune system. So I'm still getting all my vitamins, whatever happened, even if I'm skipping that meal, and that's where it came in. But what I've realised is a lot of people have started saying, oh, you've lost weight, and I'm not trying to lose weight, it's just happening. But we had, last night, we were having a chat on the way home. I sort of clicked. I knew what it was that was reducing my weight further. I basically got to the stage where I'm skipping a meal unintentionally. So I have that meal, my breakfast, at 12, but that meal is sort of, that turned into a bit of a, initially, if I didn't have time, I would miss that meal, or I'd have a snack instead of that meal, and then I'd just have my evening meal. So I need to put that meal back in. Even if I have to take a tablet, I always get the right amount of vitamins and minerals. So we try and do it with food, and Sophie's very good at trying to keep the food varied so that I get everything I need in that evening meal at least, but it's down to me for the other two. Bad planning at lunchtime. I try and stay away from bread, which is the hardest thing, because if I could just eat a sandwich for lunch, it would be a lot easier, but I have to think sort of wraps, so that bread just doesn't agree with me as well as it should. Need to go and get Molly. Nice and safe in the car map. I do plan on showing you how I did this little setup. I probably should make a video on it really, but I picked up Molly. She hasn't been feeling too well, so she went straight to bed. I've basically eaten and worked for the last few hours. Sophie is now home and probably going to bed very, very shortly. But just to recap, about weight and losing it is more about making sure you're correct mentally and that you're in the right habits, so you're not eating badly and that kind of thing, rather than just trying to lose weight quickly. I lost weight, but it did take a long time. It was a gradual thing that sort of became a habit, and that's why it seems like it was dropping off very quickly, but it actually took quite a bit of time. So don't see this as a quick fix. Don't try and starve yourself, anything like that. Weight is, as long as you're happy and you're healthy, everything's fine. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Until next time.